Does it suck paying $200 for 6 new cards? Oh yeah, it does. Especially for those of us who never plan to attend the YCS, barely even go to regionals. Of course, it's fun overpowering rogue decks, pet decks, non-meta decks. And honestly, at the end of the day,
I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was.
So what's good, my third-rate duelist? So finally, my Maliss hairs have arrived, as well as my Yugioh cards. I did buy these the very first day they came out, and now they have dropped like I think $15 since the price I bought them. And I could have honestly just waited and they would have probably got here at the same time, but that's a whole nother topic. So today I'm going to be going over my updated Maliss deck profile. This is going to probably be my most competitive deck that I will be playing. I do also have the Yugioh deck. I feel like I like the end board of the Maliss deck just a lot more, plus the artwork is a lot better, in my opinion, of course. However, I am going to be going over Yugioh as well. However, this channel will have a lot of Maliss content coming up. Test hands, combo videos, 1-card starters, 2-card starters. Let me know in the comments below what exactly you guys want to see. If there are any other Maliss players watching my videos, I'm interested in communicating with you guys, talking with you guys. If you guys have any tips, pointers for me, I did join the Maliss Discord. So again, this is going to be a deck I'm going to try and master. So expect a lot of Maliss content on my channel. So with that in mind, let's just go straight into the deck profile. So to begin, we have, of course, 3 March Hare. What March Hare is doing basically is giving the deck a really overpowered extender, basically utilizing the same role that the Bystills did in our deck. However, we banish our own cards and we get to plus off of it with March Hare's effects. So of course you're running 3, and the rest of the cards is pretty standard. I'm not too sure if this is standard. However, we are running 3 Chessy Cat, 2 White Rabbit, and 2 Dormouse. If you want to get rid of one of these, you can. I am running a Lure of Darkness in here as well, so I am just going to try and max out Chessy Cat because there's definitely interesting interactions you can do with Chessy Cat. As we go over the combo videos in the future, I will go over those as well. So sticking with 3. Then, of course, the other new card, we have Backup Yugioh and Wizard Yugioh. If you want to run more of Wizard Yugioh, I honestly wouldn't blame you. This card is such a great extender. It pretty much just gets you so many extra bodies on board. The whole combination of these cards definitely just helps Maliss in the ways that it needed, especially after the previous ban list. Honestly, some of the most custom-made extenders, they might as well just throw Maliss name on those as well because they're less Yugioh cards and more Maliss. Speaking of Maliss, we have 3 of the Field Spell, 1 of the other new cards, Maliss in the Mirror. I'm honestly not as big of a fan of this card as others are. I could honestly even see it being cut in the future, but for now, I'm going to keep it in. Speaking of cards being cut, we are still running all 3 traps. I did re-enter Yugioh and picked up Maliss, so it's tough to teach an old dog new tricks, so I am still running all 3 of them in here. I know a lot of people are cutting TB11, others GWC. MTP is definitely the one that they do keep in. However, I just feel like the deck gives you extenders. If you're going against rogue decks as well, they play Effect Veiler, Infinite Permanence. Setting this also is a way as getting pretty much another crossout designator, because you can just go ahead and banish your normal summon, and then pretty much they go -1 with their hand trap. So again, keeping them in for now. Then the other extenders, a lot of people are cutting a Lure of Darkness. I am running the Bystills as well as a full set of Chessy Cat. So just keeping it in for now. We'll do some playtesting to see if it's worth keeping it in a Lure of Darkness. And of course, AI meets you just because the Yugioh card is so overpowered. You want to get as many copies as you can. So I am running 1 in the main deck. And then of course, the other Maliss card, Gold Sarcophagus. Then we're running 1 Crossout, 1 Triple Attack, and 1 Called by the Grave. 2 Bystills. I do want to run Baldrake. However, I did have the deck at 42. Cut it down to 41 by getting rid of the Baldrake. I do feel like the Bystill cards are still really powerful, especially with Fiendsmith still running around. Plus they are extenders as well. Then for the hand traps, we're just running the really overpowered ones. These cards can pretty much end games, especially against rogue decks on their own. Nib, Droll, Fualos. We have to have Ash as well. Not as high impact as the other cards, Ash. However, it is one of the only cards we have against Molt Charmies. So running Called by the Grave, obviously, along with Ash, is one of our only defenses because we special summon a lot from the extra deck. Then going over the extra deck, we have the typical stuff. 1 White Binder, Red Ransom, Heart Scripter. This is honestly never going to change. I can't honestly see if the Cashier stuff or Regenesis stuff becomes more prominent in the meta, running multiple White Binders. But for now, just 1 of each. Only one near-unbreakable. I don't not really play YCSs or regionals, so I am not going against a lot of Dominus Impulses. If you are obviously going into a regional YCS and your opponent will have Dominus Impulse, you want to run 2 of these for sure. One Almirage, one Link Spider, just some nib protection. We are running the Bomber Dragon. Haven't really utilized it. I've seen the combos that it does. Interested in it, haven't actually done it. What I am doing is the Allied Code Talker line. It reminds me of creating the old school end boards that are pretty much unbreakable, and just having this card as a boss monster is just too cool to not run. I did purchase it when it was $15 and it is now a $5 card, so ticking out with that one. Firewall Dragon, some people do cut this one as well. However, I do enjoy it. I honestly don't think I'm ever going to cut it. I really enjoy when you go first and then going second, being able to add either hand traps or just Maliss cards from the graveyard, as well as bouncing your opponent's cards. Also getting you follow-up at the same time is just too overpowered to not utilize. One Dark, with a lot of Maliss going around, I feel like this is just a great card in the extra deck. However, if I was going to be cutting some cards for either Typhon or the second near-unbreakable, I would probably cut one of these 3. Don't really go into IP Masquerena, honestly, too much, or Haggard Lysidos with the new lines. So these would probably be the 3 cards you could cut. Or if you want to run Metatronus, you can obviously cut those and put some of those cards in the extra deck. SP, Splash Mage, and the overpowered Cyberse Wicked. You definitely have to be running this in your deck because it gets you your Adagnister. So that concludes the video. Usually I do go over test hands in the end of the videos. However, I'm not sure if you guys like them attached to the deck profiles, or do you want to see test hands and combos on separate videos? Again, I will be posting a lot of Maliss content coming up. I have been primarily utilizing Primite Blue Eyes as one of the main decks on my channel. However, Maliss is going to be replacing that very soon. So again, if you guys are Maliss players, or if you're new to my channel, let me know what you guys want to see, because I will cater to you guys. I've done that in the past. Again, whatever you guys comment, I will post. Whatever gets the most likes, whatever you guys are interested in. If you guys want to see 1-card combos, combo videos, hour-long test hands, just a strictly test hand video to see what kind of test hands you would expect if you did run this deck, let me know in the comments below. But I think that's all I got for you guys today, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.